to NewsWatch.
Now we go back to Justin for your wake-up weather.
To start off your Friday morning, Kittitas County, we can expect lots of sun, the local temperature in the 40s. Get ready for the rest of the day to be even warmer. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Justin. Now it's time for our Kid Pick of the Week. This picture comes from St. Andrew's preschooler Abby Boughton. What a beautiful rainbow this is. It is so peaceful and serene. It reminds me of the huge rainbow that was recently over the Central Washington campus. Great job, Abby. On a more serious note, many higher education in the nation is heading in a new direction. Central Washington University, are they heading in the right direction? News Director Brian Schreck gives us his thoughts on the future of higher ed.
We're all feeling the strain from the eroding state budget, but Olympia keeps putting more pressure onto the backs of students. In a recent interview, I asked President Gaudino how important he thinks higher education is today. He says it's essential. In fact, the U.S. Department of Labor sponsored a recent Georgetown University study which concluded that within the next decade, 65% of jobs will require at least a bachelor's degree. If you couple that with rising tuition costs, finding a job will become even more competitive. Isn't anyone concerned that the system could crumble without students attending college? If they can't afford school, yet jobs require a bachelor degree, what will that mean for our economy? Will things get worse? So is anyone doing anything about this? I don't think so. Whenever our lawmakers discuss budget cuts, they hear plenty of concern. But when higher education hits the table, all they hear is crickets. Sure, it isn't the responsibility of everyone to jump up and utilize their free speech rights, but students aren't doing anything about it. Perhaps they should start doing something. It seems like the kids in college today just don't care about rising costs. Their primary concern is to have a good time. I know for a fact the majority of students aren't doing anything about budget cuts. If they don't even vote, speak up in their own student body elections, then why would they go as far as to reach out to their own representatives? The Associated Students of Central Washington University Board of Directors determined their president by only 1,000 votes last year. That's 10% of the population that put Gabriel Munoz into office this year. Can you imagine if only 10% of the population determined the next president of the United States? In fact, several members of the ASCW-BOD have offered students the opportunity to speak up and try and sway the decisions about higher education. Recently, they offered the chance to help call your representatives, and only 40 students took advantage. Until people step up to the plate and actively try to persuade how the government operates, then we all get what we deserve. We live in a system of the people, by the people, for the people, right? Well, if you don't want to speak up, that's your prerogative. However, when you don't speak up about what decisions officials make, then you deserve everything you get. So for anyone who complains about the decisions the government makes, stop complaining to the wrong people. Start complaining to the right people. You're elected officials. Until then, like I said, the students and everyone impacted get what they deserve. And what you're getting right now is walked all over.
And now, on a lighter note, our attention turns to Colorado.
A Denver resident recently set a very strange world record. The record was set by Darren Taylor when he broke the certified shallow diving record. Taylor broke this record when he jumped from a height of 37 feet into a rubber pool filled with less than a foot of water, and survived. Taylor plans on submitting his task to the Guinness Book of World Records and now refers to himself as Professor Splash.
That sounds more than a little painful if you ask me.
You definitely won't find me attempting to beat his record.
Absolutely.
But that's it for us tonight. So if you have any news tips, email them to newswatch@cwu.edu.
We will see you back here next Thursday. Good night, Kittitas County.